Now, I've made it no secret that I don't care for the first Avatar. In fact, I wanted to walk out, but I was trapped in the middle of an IMAX row on 68th and Broadway, and if you've been to that theater, you know how impossible it is to get out of there. So I decided to watch the rest of the movie. And I revisited it recently because the sequel is finally coming out over a decade later. And I think that the first half is pretty good, but then I was like, oh yeah, this movie still is not great. So I just don't get the appeal of Avatar the movie. But I do get the appeal of Avatar the ride at Disney's Animal Kingdom. That is a fantastic attraction. So I could be talked back into going to Pandora. I mean, of course I'll go back as a member of the press, but from a fan perspective, you could even talk me back into returning. They previewed this for the press at the same time they did Doctor Strange 2, but it was in a different theater. So I was so laser focused on Doctor Strange 2 that since they opened both theaters at the same time, I was like, see ya, Avatar. I gotta make sure I have a great seat for Doctor Strange 2. But I asked some other people who came over afterwards, and I said, how was it? And they said that the 3D was really, it still was mind-blowing. Like, it was even better than before. So he's still going to be leaning, James Cameron's still going to be leaning very hard on the technical achievements of this franchise for it being a must-see. And a must-see maybe in 3D, which is why they wanted to show it exclusively in theaters this weekend. But nobody talked about it, and for a lot of you, it didn't even play in front of your showing of Doctor Strange 2. So instead of waiting the week they were supposed to release this, they're releasing it now, just the weekend after. All right, so let's take a look. Let's watch this thing together. Let's see how it looks in regular 2D on a tiny screen, just as James Cameron imagined it. All right, here we go. I got my blue shirt on with water, sea elements. It's very pretty. Still looks like Sam Worthington. Maybe if I could find a D-box theater, this would be worth it. This is what interests me the most about Avatar, the human elements. Being a human. Oh, it looks like some avatars have learned to use weapons.
I know one thing. Wherever we go, this family.
Oh, they have a human child. What? That's nuts. That's so James Cameron.
Is our fortress.
That was like so ridiculous that it kind of piqued my interest. Excuse me. Oh, so ridiculous, James Cameron. You know, there was a time when I would have said, never underestimate James Cameron. But then he totally torpedoed Terminator. You know, everyone was like, he's back, he's gonna fix it. And he made it worse than ever. So I don't know if I can totally trust him, but that is just so funny that I don't know. I mean, I like the ride so much, but I have to remember that this is not going to be like that. This is not going to be that same kind of experience. This is I'm not going to be moving along with the screen, which is why I said maybe I should seek out a D-box theater. That's just a teaser. I think, I need to know more about the story. As I said, I prefer the human elements of this. And those to me were the most interesting here. Like, especially also the idea of, this is, James Cameron admitted that it's space Pocahontas. So what are the ideas of settlers coming in with advanced weaponry, and what does that do to the native population in terms of not only the conflict, but how the native population evolves with those new elements. So I'm going to break it down, but I'm not blown away. But I'm not like, forget it either. So what do you think? What, you still trust James Cameron? And how do you feel about Avatar over a decade later? And what do you think of that ride? That's a great ride, boy. All right, share your thoughts down below. Subscribe today. Stay tuned for that breakdown. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.